Now you left Butler University. Now you're going to join Coach Ron Hunter at IUPUI. Kind of go into your first phase at IUPUI.
Well, once again, man, like that's probably the story of my college career. I was hurt, man. As soon as I got on campus, I didn't really play with the guys. I had another injury that my back had really started bothering me, and really nobody knew why. Come to find out, it was because of that accident, and I had a stress fracture, so I really couldn't go through conditioning. I really couldn't play with them, but you know, when you transfer, you have a sit-out year, so that's really time to get a little bit stronger, and I didn't really have to play right away, so it was okay. Just getting accustomed to IUPUI was a little different. Coaching styles different. They play a little bit different, but I just really wanted to play, man. And sitting out a whole year is tough. So I mean, for me, it went by real slow. They had a really good year. They ended up, tying for first in the conference. So they had a good year, man. And seeing that success, I was just ready to go.
Okay. So going into your next year, where you actually going to play, kind of give us your focus and your outlook on that.
Well, I try to work real hard in the summer, man, and Coach told me, which was weird, he said, you haven't played the game, but you're going to be my captain. So toward the end of my redshirt year, I had really started hitting my stride, man, and playing really well. And he told me, you're going to be my point guard, and you're going to be my captain. So for a coach to have that much faith in you and you've never played a minute for him, that made me really excited and really ready to go. But, going into the summer, I played pretty much the whole summer, and then right before school started, I got hit with another injury, man. My back started acting up, and I hurt my knee again. So I missed another conditioning. And what people don't understand, man, when you condition through August, September, and then into October, you're ready to go by November. But for me, I've never been through that. Even up until, my senior year at IUPUI, I've never been through a conditioning with my college team, man. So it always takes me to January just to get in playing shape. So I come out my sophomore year, and I'm not really playing well. I'm not really in shape. So I don't really, I probably was playing about 20 to 25 minutes. But for me, I felt like I should have been playing 30 plus, but I really wasn't in game shape. And probably about 2 weeks into the season, George gets hurt. And at the time, he was our best player. He averaged 18. The year before that, he breaks his foot. So, the season is really up in the air because he's your go-to guy. I'm not really playing well. And everybody else is just pretty much role players, honestly, at that point, because we had another transfer, Austin Montgomery, who was really good, but he was a transfer too. And transfers take a while to get accustomed to a new system. But by January, when we got into conference play, man, I really started hitting my stride. And in that conference play, I averaged about 14, 15 points a game during conference. So the buzz for the next season was George is coming back. You played really well, and you guys are going to be really good. I shot about 45% from the three-point line. And I was, coming into the next season, preseason all-conference, and having George as preseason player of the year, you're looking at that backcourt like you're going to do really big things. So it was really exciting, man.
Okay. Yeah, so your junior season now, as you said, you coming in preseason all-conference, George, player of the year, and you had a breakout season, right?
Yeah, man. We started the season. I'm a little bit more healthy this year. Like I said, I still didn't go through a conditioning, but we got George back. I talked about Austin, the transfer. He's an all-conference player. He actually beat me by 1 vote for being newcomer of the year. Man, that was pretty cool that both of us were even up for that. So he's the newcomer of the year. We got the player of the year, and I'm all-conference preseason going into it. So we're looking like we should go to the tournament this year. We come out, man, really hot. We actually played Marquette first game of the season. They were ranked in the top 10. They had 3 fantastic guards, and we felt the same way. We ended up losing, but we had a 6-point lead with about 3 minutes left. George fouled out, and everything kind of broke apart, but that game I ended up having about 17. Austin had about 18. I think George had about 19. So we really played well, and those guards are supposed to be the best in the country. So we really felt like we could play against anybody, and when we got to conference, it wouldn't be a problem, man. And we ended up having the most wins in school history that year. I think we won 27 games. I think we lost like 1 game at home, maybe. Beat UMass at home. I broke records for free throw percentage. I shot about 92%. I hit 97 threes that year. Set the school record. I had 11 threes in the game, and my assist to turnover ratio was the best in the league.
Going to that game, I didn't mean to cut you off, but going to that game, when you hit 11 threes? Because I remember that game.
Well, I have been shooting pretty good all season. Like I said, I was about right around 43, 44%. And then that game, man, just got off to a good start. I think I hit like 3 threes the first 2 minutes of the game. And then they just kept passing me the ball, man. And before I missed a shot, I think I was about like 10 for 10 or 9 for 9 before I missed the three of that game. So I was just in one of those rhythms, man, that, you dream about when the rim looks as big as the ocean. And what really happened, one of my assistant coaches, we used to play one-on-one before every game. We'd go and, a couple hours before the game, we play one-on-one. And he played for IUPUI, Matt Crenshaw, we was playing one-on-one, and that day he got the best of me. And I was, like, really frustrated. Like, man, he coaching now. He got the best of me that day. And he was laughing, like, you ain't even going to get the best of Southern Utah. That's what we were playing.
Yeah.
So I said, okay. And I didn't really say much before the game because I was, real mad about it. And I came out and I was just on fire and had 11 threes that game. So that was the record for IUPUI Division I. But, I had other games like that. I had 9 threes against Oral Roberts. I didn't hit 6 and 7 threes in the game. But that game, it was just, felt like I was automatic. I ended up being 11 for 13, or actually 11 for 15 from the three-point line.
Okay. So you guys go to the tournament?
Well, we got to, the funny thing about when you're a mid-major, you have to win your conference tournament. Okay. Unless you beat really big schools during the season, you have to win. We won 27 games. We played Marquette tooth and nail, beat UMass at home. We beat Western Michigan. We beat teams that year. We get to the conference tournament, we lose in the conference championship. So we don't get a bid to the tournament. Not only that, we don't even get a bid to the NIT. So we really felt like we were snubbed, man, and not felt like we were. You win 27 games, man. You play all those teams tough. You got guards like we got to play against anybody. You should be in some tournament, whether it's the conference championship to get to the NCAA or if it's the NIT. So we felt snubbed, man, and we didn't make it that year.